Hi there, this is You Can Many Things back at the home for Orphan Dice, back with more DM tips. Okay, let's look at the script. So long challenges, where instantaneous attempts, for it is written in the law, anything can be attempted. Um, Instantaneous things which take only one action, resolved by one die roll, usually D20, try to meet AD difficulty class, where characters are able to take their time. If they're enacting things which take more than one action, more than one round to resolve. This is where we bring in something from 4th edition, which they called challenges. So it's that. Based on your the intended action, having picked out um, a particular skill to use to perform said action, this is where you'd say, right, this is going to take a while, and we're going to look for X number of successes before Y number of failures. This is follows the pattern of death saving throws, where it's 3 before 3. So when you're making a roll, successive rolls, if you get to 3 successes, then you're back stable again, and you're completely out of it if you reach 3 failures. So following that pattern, somebody trying to craft something, somebody spending part of a day um, probing for information across a population in a town, in a village, somebody doing research, um, somebody establishing something in the middle of nowhere with partly limited resources. So you would pick out your appropriate skill and you'd say, okay, if you want to find out information, if you want to do these things, it's going to take a while. So we are going to do a challenge, and we're looking for a typical 3 successes before 5 failures. If anybody gives a guidance, if anybody's got a inspiration to give, you can adjust the number of failures or just the number of successes to make it more difficult or more easy. Case in point, giving where the inspiration gives you a re-roll. That just means instead of 3 successes before 5, this becomes 3 successes before 6. If somebody is trying something more difficult, you can ask for 4 successes before 5 failures. Say if you're trying to bring, if you're trying to domesticate a beast you have just met, such that they are friendly to you and will follow your lead. If you're trying to learn a new skill, if you set this follows, for example, there's an additional there's a skill already written, animal handling, which leads into there's another class feature that talks about vehicle handling, driving a cart, driving a wagon. So you can expand this to any vehicle you choose, any vehicle you create, any vehicle that your setting has that's not in the regular books. You could go waterborne adventuring, you can go undersea adventuring, adventures in the air. And if somebody wants to learn how to pilot, to drive this particular type of craft, again, somebody will teach them and they will go through an intelligence challenge. So, how I work this is okay, here's the controls, this is the guy teaching you how to use it, you're going to do your intelligence challenge. Assuming they succeed, when they make a vehicle handling, open bracket, insert name of vehicle, close bracket, check, immediately they get, in addition to their ability bonus from their intelligence, uh, half of their proficiency. The next time they level up, they'll get their full proficiency. So this adds to them being able to do more complicated things with the vehicle in question. Navigating or driving it around a difficult maneuver, bringing it safely to a halt so people don't fall off their feet and fall off the vehicle. Okay, so that was long challenges. Oh yeah, and learning new proficiencies. Again, this doesn't have to be um, driving a vehicle. Um, this can be anything specific to your campaign that needs, okay, I've been taught how to use this by somebody who already knows. That was me picking up and learning how to do this. Okay, we can follow on from there and as per the previous pattern. Yeah, okay. Your setting. When you are putting together the environment, however large or small, for your adventures to happen in, this is where you would be placing things to enable the characters to do to source their background. Anything they've told you right at the beginning, you can already add to by saying, okay, here is the setting. I'm going to put somewhere where a particular variety of character will have learned their trade. You know, a thieves guild for rogues, a chapter house for paladins, churches for clerics, wizard tower, libraries for wizards. An army gives you places where your fighters will have learned their skills, and so on and so on. That all these are to enable not only your players to have a right, I can stick an anchor in that particular place to say, right, this is the foundation for my character background, and it also gives you plot hooks to build into your campaign later. If they end up revisiting the same environment and oh, these are people I recognise. This is I know that my particular character has a connection here, and that can follow on through however many campaigns, even if their players are not using the same characters. I personally have used the same setting over 5 campaigns, and there's an appreciation from the players when they say, "Oh, I know where what we're talking about here. I know what this location is." even if the character doesn't. This gives the players confidence that this is a reliable setting, um, that it shows that you've been uh, building something on which they can depend, giving them the confidence in the confidence and trust in you as the DM, and obviously the trust and confidence goes both ways. Okay, um, yeah, feel free to bring in anything from other settings. So it's a bit like you've got a Lego set and you bought all the Lego sets, and the more bits you can get off the other Lego sets, the more interesting the bits you can build are. In the world of miniature modelling and painting, I believe this practice is known as kit bashing. As in, you can make something that's not described in the instructions because you got bits from another kit. Naming no names, you know exactly who I'm talking about. From which we get the epithet. It is by will alone I set my brush in motion. It is by the paints of citadel that the miniatures acquire colour. The fingers acquire stains. The stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my brush in motion. Okay. Well, that's all from me for now, and again we'll say, arrivederci.